Okay, so I'm going to make a short video about using a fetal Doppler. I am currently 13 weeks, so I was going to show you all how to find a heartbeat on your Doppler. Um, what? This is the one that I have, and it's worked pretty well for me. There have been some times when it's been tricky to find it, but that's just because the baby moved or whatever. So I'm going to show you how to position myself. I have a retroverted uterus, and the baby usually hangs out in the back. So I'm going to show you kind of what I do to prepare. So I usually put two pretty fluffy pillows down like that. And then I will climb on like this. Just going to center myself here. And then I lay down so that my pelvis is kind of elevated up, okay? So I'm going to take these down a little bit so you can kind of not get gel all over yourself. Okay. Then you're going to take an ultrasound gel and I usually use, be quiet. You still can't find it? Okay. So you can see I kind of use like this amount. It's not that much. So before you turn this on, the power button is this middle button right here. But before you turn it on, you want to push the gel around a little bit. Now I started on the left side because that's where the baby's been more over the last week or so. But I usually kind of do a circle like that. So like about this big, so I can kind of have some room to like move around. So my husband's making a lot of noise over there, sorry. So I get it all moved around, and then I press down and hold. Now I turn the volume all the way up because otherwise it could be really hard to hear. Okay, you're gonna have to stop making a lot of noise, please. It's not up here. I don't know what you did with it.
Where'd you put it?
I didn't touch it. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of like angle this like that. Okay, so you don't need a lot of pressure. And depending on how far along you are, you might hear like movements from the baby. You might hear your own heartbeat. You might start to hear the placenta. So I haven't found it yet. So that's my own pulse. Okay. So I'm going to move a little bit down in the center a little. And like I've been doing this since 9 weeks and I still have to look around, so. But when you find the heartbeat, it's going to sound a lot faster than your own. So I just had it, but let me get it louder, hopefully. I hope it's not going to be this quiet for this video. Okay, that was baby moving. I'm like right over it. That's baby moving. I don't know if you can hear that faint heartbeat in the background. So you can kind of hear some whooshing in the background too, and then you can hear those kind of bump noises. That's the baby moving. And my baby likes to hang out in the very back of my uterus, so he's very far away from the front of my stomach. So I think that's why it sounds so far away. But where I was is about 3 inches below my belly button. And like, see if I can get it again. There we go. So that's about where I'm at. And I'm at 13 weeks. So if you're earlier than that, you're probably going to have to go even lower to hear anything. And it's very rare that my Doppler even picks up the actual heart rate. Most of the time what I do is I just take a video of the heart rate on my phone and then I time it myself. So I'll time it for 15 seconds and then I times that number by 4 and that's the heart rate. So right now the baby's heart rate's typically around like 150 to 160. It all depends, but usually right in the middle around there. So when I was really early along, it was like in the 180s and the 170s. And then it went down to 160 and now it's kind of leveling back out, which is pretty normal for this time. So yeah, that's pretty much how I do it. And then I just pack everything back up. Hopefully you could hear that with my husband slamming every drawer in the house trying to find something. But that's the way I do it. And hopefully that will help you find it. If you don't find it, take it from me. It's not the end of the world. Sometimes you're just not in a good position. I had a day where I completely freaked out. I looked for like 20 minutes. This was when I was like, I don't know, 10 or 11 weeks, and I freaked out and I thought, oh my gosh. And then everything was fine. I ended up repositioning myself, taking a breather, and I was able to find the baby. So if you are getting frustrated that you can't find it, give yourself a break and take a breath and then try again the next day or give yourself an hour or whatever you got to do to kind of calm down. So anyway, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask down below and I'll see you in the next one.